Hi there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV, Kinito Henson. Nandito po tayo with the Gilas training pool and we're very excited to talk to them. They are just about to embark on that European trip to go to Estonia and Lithuania. Let's find out how their training went at the Inspire Sports Academy and what they're looking forward to in their European trip. We've ended the training period of Gilas at Inspire and we are here with head coach Chot and assistant coach Tim Cohn. First, Coach Chot, can you give us an assessment of how the training went at Inspire?
I thought it went very well. We were able to set out a lot of what we had put in front of ourselves as objectives for the training. But we're still a long ways off. But at least for now, for what we had set out to do, I thought we were able to achieve most of them.
I understand that you had a lot of after-dinner exercises. Can you elaborate on some of those things that the players did? And they're very excited to talk about it, by the way.
That's just part of what we do. That's why we go and do these camps, because for me, team building is a very serious business. And we always tell the players this is the work in teamwork. So when we talk about teamwork, it's not only what we do on the floor, but a lot of off the floor. And my thinking is that a lot of the things that we do off the floor will show up on the floor.
Coach Chot, 13 players at Inspire. A lot of players still on the mend. It doesn't look like Parks will be joining Estonia and Lithuania, and Oftana also not able to join. What is your feeling about going over to Lithuania with 13, 14 players?
Well, that's the reason for the pool, right? And I know a lot of people are saying, why don't you just pick your players already and have a definite lineup already? And that's the reason why. Because in our experience, coaching the national team for such a long time, there will always be injuries and other circumstances that's going to prevent other players from participating in whether the training or tournaments or what have you. And that's the reason for the pool. And so when this happened, we just move on. We just go to the guys who are healthy. So our attitude is we don't worry about who's not here. We work with who's here.
Coach Tim, the training at Inspire and working with the guys, seeing their commitment, how inspiring is that commitment?
Well, yeah, it's really about, trying to, we have so many different guys from so many different systems playing so many different ways, guys from Japan, different teams in the PBA, and it's really about trying to get into Coach Chot's vision and system and teaching these guys, and they're really excited to learn, and that's what I think is the best part about it. But we just want to get everybody on the same page, and that takes time to do that. And so that's what we've been trying to do here, both from the offensive side and the defensive side, getting everybody on the same page, playing the same way, so we can predict each other and get to know each other. And like I said, they're real excited about it. They bring a lot of energy. You don't see any downtime, and I think that's what's really cool about being up here and being with Chot is that it's tight. It's a tight. We run it tightly. There's nothing loose. There's purpose to everything we do, whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the weights, whether it's in the evening practices, or after practice when we're doing our team building. So it's really bam, 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 bam. And I think the players really enjoy that.
Well, we were talking with Scotty Thompson, and he described your team up with Coach Chot to be the perfect combination. What is your comment as far as that comment?
He hasn't seen us play golf then.
Yeah, a little more trash talking on the golf course. But no, I mean, but we've been together for a long time. I mean, since 1992, I think we've known each other.
1990 was when I first
1990, that's right. 1990. 92 is when you left, but 93 is when you left.
Yeah.
But I mean, so we've been there with Alaska. We've been there with the Centennial team. I was with them earlier.
2007.
In 2007 when you were in Vegas working with you. We roomed together. So, there's a real strong familiarity between the two of them. and I kind of understand what Chot likes to do. He understands what I like to do, and he does a great job of melding it and giving me freedom to do some of the stuff that I like to do. And Chot's a great corroborator. That's really his strength. He really knows how to corroborate, get Jong involved, get Josh involved, me, Patrick. We don't feel like we're on the outside looking in all the time. So in terms of that, he allows us to create chemistry within the coaching staff, and I like our coaching staff. I told Chot coming from one of the windows, I think that the chemistry
from the SEA Games also.
our chemistry as a coaching staff is really strong, and it has to start there before it can get to the players. And that's all him. That's the way he runs things. He really creates it.
Well, Coach Tim, you talked about chemistry, and Coach Chot, what about the chemistry of this team when Kai Soto comes in, when Jordan Clarkson comes in? Do you think it'll be a little difficult to get that chemistry that we want, that you all want before the FIBA World Cup?
That's a test of our teamwork. I think that's a true test of our teamwork. If we have 10 guys who are tight, and they should be able to influence 2 guys coming in and make it easier for the assimilation of those 2 guys. That's number one. And secondly, that's the importance of them coming in early. And that's why if they're going to come in, they're going to come in late. We have told them that we're not open to that. They have to come in early enough so that they don't disrupt what we're already building from today.
Well, Coach Chot, looking at Junmar Fajardo taking 3-point shots, and I was counting, it looked like he was hitting more than 50% from beyond the arc. Is that something that you're going to bring out during the FIBA World Cup?
Secret. No, it's just something that we want our players to continuously improve and step outside their comfort zone. It's not necessarily something that we're going to use or going to go to, but players like to explore and grow, and like Tim said, we give them that liberty and that freedom as long as they know how to use it within the system and within whatever we're doing here.
Well, Coach Chot, you guys are about to embark on this European trip. You're going to Estonia and Lithuania. Maybe just a message from you to our basketball fans, to all your followers, to all those who are praying for Gilas for the FIBA World Cup. Just a short message to all of those fans.
Well, my message has always been consistent. We feel you. We hear your cheer. We feel your prayers, and our hope is that whatever happens in any tournament, whether it's a practice tournament, official tournament, we have your support. And that's really all we can ask. On our end, our promise is just to work the hardest to represent the Philippines in the best way possible. That's the only thing that we can promise you. And to our kababayans, we just consistently seek your support.
Jamie Malonzo, a member of the Gilas training pool for the FIBA World Cup. Jamie, tough grind ahead. You played in the PBA Governors Cup Finals. You skipped the Southeast Asian Games to get much needed rest, but now it's back to the grind. It's almost been like a survival thing for players like you.
Yeah, for sure. Skipping out on the SEA Games was tough to do. It was just a decision I sort of had to make for my family, and then of course the rest was very needed. But now that we're back in training, I feel good, and I'm back with the guys, and that's a good feeling as well. So I'm ready to get the ball rolling and go as hard as I can for this adventure.
For FIBA World Cup, we're up against 3 very tough opponents in the group stage.
Yep.
There's Italy, there's Angola, and the Dominican Republic. What do you know about these teams, and what do you think would be our best weapon to go up against them?
For sure, we're going to need our whole team. We're going to have to be on top of our grind and just put in the experience in the games coming up, and just prepare as much as possible. I know that they're all very tough teams, very, very talented, and they're going to have some weapons as well. So we're preparing for that. The coaches are getting this ready, and I think we're excited to start this journey.
Well, looking at your practice here at Inspire, I noticed that a lot of you guys are practicing making sure that you're sharp from beyond the arc. Is that going to be a major weapon, you think, for us? What about quickness? What about size? What is your assessment?
Definitely. I think our coaches do a good job in feeding us confidence to be ready to shoot those shots. And I definitely think our quickness with Japeth and a lot of the other guys are going to help us a lot in the long run. So, yeah, we're polishing and we're getting ready for that ball to swing our way, and we're going to be ready to shoot it for sure.
Well, Jamie, you're going to be with some Ginebra teammates. Scotty Thompson is here. Japeth Aguilar is also here. And then Justin Brownlee will be joining you in Estonia and Lithuania. Plus, the assistant coach, Tim Cohn, is your head coach at Ginebra.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you that you have a lot of these familiar faces surrounding you?
It's a really comfortable feeling for sure. You know, whenever you got Scotty passing you the ball, or you could throw it into Japeth, it's a good feeling. Just knowing, you know, you're familiar with their games as well. And yeah, that's what this practice is for. You know, we're all getting the feel for each other early. We got 2 months to prepare. So yeah, it's exciting. Japeth, by the way, looks really, really good. So,
He looks really awesome.
Good. So,
and so do you, by the way.
Appreciate it. But yeah, for sure, we're getting ready.
Well, my last question to you, Jamie, is before coming over to the Philippines, before playing for LaSalle, and then moving on to the PBA, did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams that you'd be playing for the Philippines in the FIBA World Cup?
No. I never thought it would be a thing. Especially it's just so big. It's in our homeland. It's in the Philippines. So you know that's probably a once in a lifetime sort of thing for us. So no, I can't say I ever thought this would be happening in the homeland at least. But then it was always a dream. So you know it's here now, and we're ready. We're getting ready.
Well, best of luck to you,
Thank
Jamie
you.
Malonzo. Chris Newsome with a Gilas training pool, and at Inspire, can you give us an assessment of what went on in your, was it 4 days over at Inspire?
Yeah, it was 4 days here, and we had multiple practices in one day, usually, ranging from 2 to 3. And we would have 2 practices, usually on the court, and 1 in the weights. And, you know, really it was for us to kind of get to know each other, build our chemistry. We even did some team building exercises outside.
That's what I heard, yes.
yeah.
After dinner, you guys would have exercises. Tell us about those team building exercises.
Yeah, so they're all just team building exercises just to kind of help us to get to know each other a little bit more off the court. Of course, some of us are teammates on our respective PBA teams, but for some of us, other guys that aren't teammates, then you know, that gives us an opportunity to kind of bond and get to know them outside of what we know on the court. And it's just nice to be able to have these exercises, and Coach Chot does a really good job of moderating them. And you have to really get creative with how you're functioning as a team. And, you know, of course, with some of these exercises, some people understand the concepts a little bit better than others, but then that kind of helps us to understand how to fit your team together. You know, some players are good at certain things, some players are good at other things, but it's about how we can put those things together to reach one common goal. So,
Chris, tell us about your roommate at Inspire.
yeah, my roommate was 30 Ravenna, and you know, somebody that I'm really familiar with already, played with him at Ateneo, but you know, just to see his progress from that into the professional he is today, it's been a great leap for him, and I'm super proud of him. But of course I got to catch up with him and understand where his mind is as a professional now. And of course he was also asking me for professional advice and things that I do, you know, and things that I've learned as a professional. You know, one thing that 30, that's great about 30, he's very humble and he's very open to hearing, you know, the experiences of others, and he's not just so focused on himself. But yeah, he's a great kid. Of course, got to know him a lot better, and you know, I'm always wishing the best for him.
Okay, during the practices at Inspire, did you notice an improvement in the way the team moved as a unit?
Yes.
And also an improvement in some of the individual players, guys whom we haven't seen play in a bit, like Junmar Fajardo, Japeth Aguilar coming off injuries, as well as Poy Erram.
Yeah,
What can you say about those guys?
you can definitely tell that they were able to get their feet under them being here. And of course, the coaches did a great job of building it up slowly. So it's not something that we're going to catch a lot of them off guard and then throw them in a situation where they could potentially get hurt again, because that would be counterproductive. So they did a really good job of building it up and getting to see those guys get their rhythm back. It was great, and you can tell, whenever Japeth gets a dunk, everyone's really cheering really loud because, we're supporting him. And same thing with Junmar. Whenever he gets to do the moves that we usually see him do, we want to feed him that confidence, and we want to cheer on those people that have been struggling. AJ, one of those guys that came in, and he had an ankle injury. We haven't really got to see him go up and down, but to see his progress throughout that injury has been really nice too. So excited to see him get out there. And of course, Boy, same thing, injuries, but slowly working themselves back. And everybody here is just there to support. We understand everybody has their own things that they're going through, but it's about how we can get through it together.
You guys are leaving for Estonia and Lithuania. How excited are you to visit those countries and to play against guys whom you've never played against before, but getting exposed to a different style of basketball?
Very excited to go to Estonia. It's my first time to any part of Europe. And so just to see Eastern Europe, I already was on YouTube and looking up stuff, and just the architecture there looks amazing. So, outside of basketball, I'm just excited to be able to travel and get to see other countries, and also get to experience how other countries play the game. This is all fairly new to me, being on Gilas just for less than a year. A lot of these experiences are new for me, and I'm really taking it with open arms and an open mind as well. And I watch a lot of NBA basketball, and I understand there's a lot of international players there, but of course, FIBA basketball is a little bit different. And so just to get to see the different caliber of players that the world has to offer, that's an amazing experience for me. And I'm going to take it with everything that I have, that I'm going to learn about as much as I can from our coaches, and of course the opponents that we play. I'm going to be a sponge and learn as much as I can. I'll be vlogging a little bit too, just so that way, I'll be able to show these experiences with not just my family and loved ones, but maybe some of those that aspire to be on Gilas or that really want to aspire to be a great basketball player. I know they're looking for some inside experiences on what it's really like. So
we're looking forward to that for sure.
Yep.
My last question, Chris, is Gilas is facing the Dominican Republic, first game in the FIBA World Cup. That'll be the Philippine Arena. What can fans expect from Gilas on that first game that Gilas will be playing in the FIBA World Cup?
Oh, we're going to give you everything that we have. I mean, just to be here on our home turf and to be able to play in front of a crowd that size. I played in front of a crowd there before for a finals game. Of course, I was Ginebra, Morocco, and a majority of the fans were for Ginebra. So it's going to be a completely different feeling to see that whole arena cheering for one team, which is Gilas. And I think you can expect all of us to give our best effort. We're going to really try to leave everything out there on the floor because, this is an opportunity that doesn't come very often. So we definitely want to put our best foot forward for, our fellow Kababayans.
Best of luck, Chris Newsome.
Thank you.
Poy, Erram, makasama natin dito. He's part of the Gilas pool. Nandito po tayo sa Inspire. Poy, kumusta naman ang samahan ng mga teammates mo dito sa Inspire?
So far, okay naman kami. We've had yung mga meetings at night, and then may mga binagawang exercise si coach. So marami kami natutunan sa isa't isa. And then individually sa group. At saka yung trust namin, we're building it kasi syempre bago pa lang kami sa team, di ba? Yung iba bago lang. May iba matagal na, like sila Japeth, si Junmar, sila talaga yung pinakamatagal sa Gilas. So kung ano yung sinasabi nila, kung ano yung kailangan gawin, kung ano yung sinasabi ng coach, nire-relay nila sa amin, sila Kiefer, ganun din. So yung trust nandun, kailangan lang namin yung trust mas taasan pa namin. And then chemistry-wise, we're getting there. Pero yung attitude ng mga players, yung character talaga lumalabas talaga. Everyone here is a leader, everyone is communicating with everyone. So pinakamalaking bagay yun para mas mapabilis yung improvement namin as a team.
Question ko sa iyo, Poy. Sinong ka-roommate mo dito sa Inspire?
Roommate ko si Jamie Malonzo.
Okay. At kumusta naman ang mga kwentuhan ninyo sa kwarto?
So far okay naman. May mga intimate, meron naman kami intimate parang exchange na about sa life ko. So doon nalalaman ko kung anong klase siyang tao, nalalaman niya kung anong klase akong tao. So malaking bagay yun for the team.
May question din po is, kumusta ang injury mo? Mukhang nakita ko sa practice, okay na ang galaw natin.
So far, sa mga 75 to 80%
Hindi pa 100%.
Hindi po. Medyo swollen pa pero at least the best thing is nakaka-practice ako. Natatapos ko yung practice. From the start to finish, natatapos ko. So for me, being able to help, kasi lalo na medyo kulang kami sa player. So I need to really bilisan yung recovery. And then gusto ko rin makatulong sa team anyway possible, kahit naman na nung mga past practices hindi ako nakakalaro. Pero at least nakakatulong ako sa iba na kanyari may tanong sila about sa play. Kasi most of the plays that we run it sa TNT, sa team. So madali lang din sabihin sa kanila. So hindi rin ako gano'n mapag-iwanan pagdating sa sistema ng ni Coach. So ayun.
Ito namang darating na trip nyo sa Estonia at Lithuania. How excited are you at makakalaban nyo? Ibang klase mga player.
We are very excited, especially me kasi I'm really committed dito sa Gilas. I'm not looking to sabi ni Coach, ma-line up kayo o hindi, ang end up is mag-improve kayo as a player individually. So for me, yun ang goal ko. If ever man ma-line up ako, it's the best thing for me. If not, best pa rin. Kasi ma-experience ko, makakalaban ko yung mga international players, like yung mga NBA players caliber. So malaking bagay yun for me as a player. Lalo na hindi naman ako lagi maglalaro sa Gilas eh. So maybe this is the last time na rin na tsaka malaking bagay din to para sa akin na makita ko kung saan yung improvement ko, kumbaga.
Well, best of luck.
Salamat.
Coach Erram.
Salamat. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Diyan po nagtatapos ang ating part 1 of this 2-part series on the Gilas training pool, about to embark on that European mission to Estonia and Lithuania. Ito po si Kinito Henson, inviting you to always stay with us, play it right all the time, like, share, and subscribe. Playitright TV all the time. Thank you.